The past few months have not been good for Rachel Zegler, with so many of her comments and viral videos out there surrounding the woke Snow White remake, her disrespecting the original, talking about how they need to change things to make it more acceptable for a modern audience. She got absolutely destroyed. That on top of her first couple big budget Hollywood movies being complete and total flops, with another one in Snow White well on the way. Well, she finally got some good news, or at least what she thought was good news, about her upcoming movie, The Hunger Games prequel, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which also looks like it's going to be a box office disaster. But the good news is that she can actually go out and promote this thing. Now, the actor strike is not over yet. She's going to be allowed to promote this because they came to a special agreement between SAG-AFTRA and this studio to promote this one movie. Isn't it strange how the person that was virtue signaling so hard about the strike is now getting special deals so they can do things during the strike while other people are not allowed to work? Rachel Zegler given permission to promote The Hunger Games Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes issues first statement, and she was very happy to go out there. She's been promoting it ever since, and I imagine she wants it to be a success. She hopes people will go see it so she doesn't have another flop on her resume. But some people can't help but point out the hypocrisy involved. The person who wanted to do all these photo ops about standing strong with SAG-AFTRA, standing strong with our fellow actors during this strike, all these people out of work that have nothing to do with being actors, that are simply production people, people that are doing the camera, people that are doing the sound. All these people are also out of jobs because these fucking entitled actors and writers, to be fair, decided to go on strike. The same person who went fucking viral for this insufferable clip.
If I'm going to stand there 18 hours in a dress of an iconic Disney princess, I deserve to be paid for every hour that it is streamed on.
For every hour that it is streamed online. Taking a big stand with the actors, but now, while everybody else is still out of work, you strike up a special deal with the studios. Well, somebody took notice of that hypocrisy, and that's someone who's been speaking out a lot lately, and that is Gina Carano. You know, putting up this picture of Rachel Zegler versus this picture months later. We have an interim agreement. Thank you, SAG-AFTRA and Lionsgate. Here's Gina Carano's statement. What an odd strike this is. Small non-studio productions are having trouble getting waivers, but studios get interim agreements left and right. Celebrities go from the picket line to their promotional tours and red carpets. What happened to that? I better get paid for every hour I stand in this dress talk. Meanwhile, the people who are actually suffering are the crews and actors not part of studio projects or in the in-group to get their waivers granted. The one whose money will run out quicker. The ones who are having trouble picking up a second line of work. The ones who will be controlled a whole lot easier once the strike ends based off desperation to work. Think that was by accident? Maybe they should have granted waivers for all the non-studio productions, keep people working, and halt all studio productions if they really wanted to make a difference and reach a faster agreement. Who is this strike really intended to hurt again? Better make a deal quick. People are starting to notice. I'm sure it'll be in favor of all the right people, and all the right people will pat themselves on the back on an excellent deal and months of suffering well worth the wait. And then she makes a comment about maybe you should have taken a stand. Maybe you should have gone on strike when we were talking about vaccinations being required, things like that, but nobody wanted to say anything then. Nobody thought it was worth going on strike over for that, you know, because that in itself wasn't something big enough to have had a huge strike over. The hypocrisy is palpable. The system is rigged and littered with posers. Art is free. Creativity is your rebellion. You don't need permission to do that. She did tag on here. This is not to encourage heaps of hate on this young lady. I don't want that. Unfortunately for her, she's just really great at shining a light on the hypocrisy that's happening. And she's 100% right on this. We see these people out there pretending to march, going out there for a couple photo ops for a few days, marching on the picket lines, and then just, you know, hang out and do your own thing for months and months and months. As so many people that can't afford to do that are forced to lose their homes, like lose their cars, lose their livelihood, all this shit. They're sitting there, you know, having to pick up other jobs because they can't do what they've been training for their entire life. People that have nothing to do with being an actor, just people that are part of the productions that can't work right now because of this ongoing strike. Now, Rachel Zegler and Gina Carano do have a little bit of a history because Rachel Zegler encouraged people to go after Gina Carano, encouraged them to attack her when she was going through all that stuff with Disney Star Wars over pronouns in bios. Rachel Zegler was part of that campaign. And now that Rachel Zegler herself has gotten a little bit of heat, she came out and said, why would anyone say anything mean when she was part of the very same group that was trying to get Gina Carano fired? Weird how that works, isn't it? But Rachel Zegler, very excited to do all this promotion while everybody else is still out of a job. Very eager to do a deal with the studios, especially for her film, while everybody else is still actually partaking in this strike. I think unions are stupid as shit. I've said that multiple times. I think there was a great purpose for them long ago, and I think they've all just been completely corrupted and they're bad for business. But these are the actors. This is what they decided to do. Go out there, take pictures of myself. I'm standing on a picket line like a regular person. When in reality, you don't give a fuck unless it actually affects you. Let me know your thoughts about all this in the comments section below. Rachel Zegler getting blasted once again. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.